And so the calm before the storm. A game this so engraved into sporting history. These two teams have squared up so many times before. It is a rivalry whose significance has never been diluted and never ever will be. All stemming from that simple dread at the very idea of losing each to the other. Everyone here is obliged to win. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So bring it on.
Well, it's certainly going to be huge, Peter. The demands, both physical and mental, on these players out there will be massive, and there's going to be a big responsibility on both captains to keep the players in check.
It's Rashford! Goal! Barcelona!
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Well, the roof's just about stayed on, but the crowd level has gone up a notch or 10.
Mbappe! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Balde with the clearance. And now they can spring out of defence. And he's intervened well there. What a throw in. So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Camavinga. Alexander-Arnold. Good read, needed to be. Dani Olmo. De Jong. Eder Militao gets across to intercept that. Plays a sharp little ball here. Balde. Araujo. Pedri. Now it's Ferran Torres. Is there and the finish! It's loose and there's a race for the ball.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Pau Kubasi makes the interception. Araujo, passing is crisp and sharp. And it's Balde. Rashford, given the lift of his goal. Barcelona are enjoying a good spell right now and leading. Well, that pass isn't the best. De Jong. Rashford. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Pass somewhat off target. And here's Ferran Torres. Barcelona looking to pass their way through. Koundé. Now this could be a chance. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Pedri. Camavinga. And it's Olmo. Yamal. Dani Olmo. Oh, well played, well played. Valverde. Valverde hurtling down that right flank. Howson. The message is clear, none shall pass. Dani Olmo. Balde. And he's managed to get free. Valverde carries the ball down the right. Chance! There's a goal! They have come roaring back.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Madrid have a free kick, and he's going to have his name taken. De Jong. Out to the right. Now it's Yamal. That is good strength. Vinicius Junior. Camavinga. Knocks it into space.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Can he get it through? And that'll be the last act of the first half. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. Madrid get the second half going. Rudiger. Madrid finding their passes. Ferran Torres. De Jong. And it's Koundé. Now it's Ferran Torres. Valverde, who's set up one goal so far. Rudiger. Eder Militao. Camavinga. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Pedri. Valde. He's got away. Shapes to shoot! Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
That'll earn him a few high fives. Probably feels he could have been better protected, though.
Oh, and a chance! And one more try! And again! They've scored!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one.
Simplicity itself.
Well, the defence were being far too casual there, Peter. Far too slow to switch on to the danger.
Tries a shot! And that is doing no harm at all.
That's a shame, Peter. Such a great run, but he didn't have that clinical edge. That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And that could set him on his way. Great chance! And it's fallen kindly here. Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, he certainly reacted quicker than anyone else, Peter. He just couldn't keep his composure in the end.
De Jong. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Passes short and sharp. De Jong. And the shot! And the keeper couldn't hold it. It's in! And this is getting better and better. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect.
Oh, shooting chance! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Almost the perfect move. Almost. The finish just wasn't quite at the same level.
It's their second corner of the game. Yamal! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they are pulling clear here. And now he has two. So now the difference is 3.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
So, another set play. So the perfect chance to get one back. And Szczęsny pulls off a sensational save. Pedri. Nice physical challenge. Pedri has got himself a free kick. Valverde gets his final warning.
He just needs to find the control button on his aggression before the ref does it for him, Peter.
De Jong. The ball has bounced loose now. And Koundé. Ferran Torres. And it's De Jong. Ferran Torres. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Barcelona clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Koundé. This is De Jong. Vinicius Junior puts his foot on the gas. Oh, some tackle that. Ferran Torres. Ferran Torres. Vinicius Junior. Now, can they get him away? Well, it's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Kubasi. De Jong. And it's Pedri. Now it's Mbappe. And he's away. Valverde. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Ferran Torres. This is De Jong. Yamal. Just 5 minutes remaining now. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Throw in. Ferran Torres. Shoots! He was certain to score. It is an inexplicable miss. De Jong gets a foot in here.
Minutos de descuento.
Looking to play him in. Look at the space. Can he finish? And yes, it's there! Yet another goal in an awesome performance. They are in complete charge. More or less by himself, as cool as you like.
Yeah, he always had the measure of the keeper, and there was very little doubt as to how this was going to end up.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Well, you had to fancy him, Peter. He seems to be growing in stature with every goal.
Barcelona are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. And that will be the final act. Oh, this is a side which is purring, picture perfect. To win, they will relish having pulverised what was put in front of them. It was a pulsating performance. Yamal on the score sheet 3 times. And so the calm before the storm. A game this so engraved into sporting history. These two teams have squared up so many times before. It is a rivalry whose significance has never been diluted and never ever will be. All stemming from that simple dread at the very idea of losing each to the other. Everyone here is obliged to win. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. Familiar feeling this for you, Jim?
Yeah, well, I think it's going to be a game where the two key words are pride and courage, Peter. Pride in that you have to be prepared to fight for everything, and courage to be daring, to stand up and to commit yourself.
If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Rashford. Now the ball's gone astray. Looking for the run. Ah, that's a fine interception. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Barcelona clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Ferran Torres. Decent chance! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front.
Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Well, he's certainly happy with that after what's been said in the build-up, you know.
Ah, he's fizzed it forward. Alexander-Arnold cuts it out. And he's had it nicked away. Barcelona are very much in charge here, dominating possession and a goal to the good. Well, we expected better, and so did he. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Valverde. Madrid looking to get their possession game going here.
Yeah, it can be very stylish and expansive to watch if they get it to the standard we know they can. But what's key is the number of ballers in the team. As long as they don't lose the purpose, if they keep the purpose and the urgency, all will be well.
And it's Alexander-Arnold. Koundé. So what can they make of this? And here's Ferran Torres. And the pass is intercepted. Pedri. Dani Olmo. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Koundé. Now, can they get him away? Oh, that was vital. Camavinga. And it's Valverde. And that has left him in a heap. De Jong. Howson gets across to intercept that. Alexander-Arnold. Valverde. Camavinga gets a foot in here. Valverde crossed into the middle. Pau Kubasi can get it clear.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Barcelona do have a chance to counter here. And it's Valverde. Mbappe. Araujo cuts out the pass. Dani Olmo. It's a good run down the left-hand side. This is De Jong. And shifted it to the flank. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Yamal. And the first half is done. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Barcelona are in at half-time with a slender one-goal lead. And we are already promptly back underway. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Pedri, and it's Rashford. Spread it left. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Plays a sharp little ball here. Engages and forces him off the ball. Mbappe showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Played into space. Koundé. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Oh, that's well spotted. And the counter is on. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Mbappe is onto this. Araujo. Barcelona are still that goal to the good. Koundé over to the other side. And it's Balde. Rashford. Howson calmly anticipates. Can he get it through?
There's a real tenacity about their defensive play, and it's up close and personal.
And he's gone looking for safety. Madrid have it back and can go again. Good take, and is he in?
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Camavinga. And it's Olmo. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. This could backfire.
Neatly clipped into space. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Oh, he's caught him there. It's a free kick.
Look, they're prepared to be quite physical to contain any danger that might come their way.
Araujo. Now it's Rashford. Tries to play it through. Koundé. He's picked his way through. Oh, he's done very well to take that back.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Vinicius Junior. Gets a good foot in there. Pedri. And Balde. And it's Olmo. Now that looks a decent ball. He has a look up. He's got plenty of space out wide here. One 0 as we head towards the end. Pedri. Looking tidy in possession here. Can he finish? No mistake! And surely now, the result's beyond doubt.
Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
Barcelona are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
Kubasi. Yamal. And he's been shifted off it. And it's De Jong. For Rashford. Pedri. And it's Olmo. Rashford touches it back. That's good running with the ball. That's that, the end. And so they have the outcome they desire. A dose of reality and quality, absolute togetherness, and the job is done. Ferran Torres, voted man of the match, and deservedly so. The end of the game. Reflections?
That is a superb win. This is one of those games where the result justifies whatever